Kwaba people, this is your African child, Kujo, coming your way once again this morning. But this morning I come to you with a heavy heart, with a burdened heart, because of what I heard and what I saw going on in Ghana. And I couldn't sit down. I knew I had to say something. I knew I have to come and discuss it with my people and my family. Because we all want what is best for Ghana. So I was watching Truth in Politics online, and there was a presentation that the outgoing government in 2016, the NDC government, stole 3,137 state-owned vehicles. 3,137 state-owned vehicles. And they stole it, like took it, as if it was their own. See, my topic today is bribery and corruption, the nightmare that has been hunting Ghana for so long. What can we do? What at all, if anything at all, can we do something about bribery and corruption? And what are the measures that we can put in place that can stop, curb this nightmare, so that everybody benefit from the national cake and not some select few? 3,137 vehicles has been stolen. Let me break this down to you. When I watched this, there was this man called Asibre Kwabena Ahenkra who said he has been the operation commander for these vehicle task force in reclaiming all these government vehicles from the people that stole it. And let me put this disclaimer out there too. I'm not talking for MPP. I'm not talking for NDC. I am talking as a Ghanaian. I talk on behalf of every Ghanaian. If NDC does something bad, I'm going to say it. And if NPP steal government vehicles, I am going to chastise them. I'm not in favor of any party whatsoever. I am just stating the fact, and I'm just stating what needs to be done for us as Ghanaians. The proper way of handling things, the proper way of doing things. And I'm not going to stop until there is a change, a positive change that affects every individual in Ghana. See, that's what corruption does. It benefits some select few. It benefits select few. Right? So this guy was saying that there has been V8, Nissan patrols, trucks, saloon cars, and excavators who in their rightful mind can steal excavators. How can somebody steal excavators? Let me give you these figures that I saw on the video when I watched it. Like I said, from the Truth in Politics. 2010, they ordered 420 cars. 2011, 420 again. 2012, 155 cars. 2013, 578 cars. 2014, 570 cars. 2015, 52 cars. And 2016, 192 cars. Right? Like I always say, it hurts my heart, and I bleed pain when I see this. Look at all these cars that were imported in the country. So do you mean to tell me that every year the government need to order new cars for the state and for the local government every year? So you use a car for 1 year and that's it. These are the national covers. They're very, very inadequate, minute resources that we use in the country to buy these cars, and they are used for a year, and every year a new one is ordered. Is it because that the leaders do not think of the poverty that is stricken the country? Is it because the leaders do not even just have any thoughts, any heart, any empathy on the people, the suffering of the people in the country. Totaling, they ordered 287 cars. And this includes 250 trucks and excavators, amounting the totaling within the 8 years that they were in power, 3,137. These are the cars that they ordered. But at the end of the day, guess what? How many cars they left behind for the incoming government, which is the MPP government in 2016 after the election? 40 cars. 40 cars. They left just 40 cars. Now, what burdens my heart? What pains my heart so much? And I'm kind of ticked off against the NPP government is that why in the world are the laws of corruption in the country are not enforced? Why in the world are the bribery and corruption laws in the country are not being enforced? Now, all that I hear and all that I read about is that they are going to confiscate this car. They are going to get these cars back. Getting the cars back does not solve the problem. That is just something that needs to be done anyway. It has to be done. The cars needs to be collected from these thieves. But at the end of the day, getting the cars back does not solve the problem, does not deter any government official from stealing again. No, prosecute them according to the full extent of the law. That is how you deter people from stealing. That is how you deter people. You deter people from stealing from the government. That is how you deter people not to do it again. That is how you deter people not to even think about stealing. So at the end of the day, you are going to get the cars back. And then what? These people stole. They stole money from me. They stole money from every individual in Ghana. They stole 3,137 cars. They stole. Getting these cars back are unacceptable. Nanado, all the government officials getting these cars back is never unacceptable. Get it back and then prosecute them. Let the law take its course. See, this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't get. Seriously, I'm very ticked off today. I'm very, very, very ticked off. Okay? What in the world do we even have these laws if we're not going to enforce them? Why in the world do we spend money to have elections, to elect members of parliament, to enact laws, to enact bills, and then the president sign into law if we are not going to enforce these laws? Why in the world do we pay them all these ex gratia, give them all these benefits in the parliament, in the ministries? Why do we do that? If the laws of the land are not enforced to deter people who engages in corruption, who steals from the government, who steals from everybody. There are kids sitting under trees. There are kids writing in the sand in Ghana as books. There are kids that do not go to school when it rains. And these people are taking money out of the coffers of Ghana to benefit their own selfish interest, while this money could have been used for something way, way, way beneficial. Why must we do this? Why must we do this over and over and over again? Why must we go over this again every year? Why must we do this? 3,137 cars. And the cars they left behind are 40 cars. 40. And then you're telling me, oh, we are going to get every cars back. No, that is not enough. Getting the cars back is not enough, Mr. President. Getting the cars back is not enough, Mr. Attorney General. Getting the cars back is not enough, Mr. IGP, Police Service, BNI. Getting these cars back is not enough. Let us put the laws of the land to work. That is the only means by which we can eradicate corruption and bribery in Ghana. That is the only means. There is no other way to do this than to let the law take its course. There is no other way. There is no other means to do this. We cannot relive this nightmare every year, every 4 years. See, sometimes the way I think, when the incumbent comes in, or when a government, when a new government comes in, they are scared to prosecute the wrongdoings of the previous government because they know they're going to do the same. That's what I think. Because they know they are at fault themselves, or they're going to be at fault. They're going to at the end do the same, steal, and do all these things too. That is what I think. We need to put the laws to work. We need to prosecute anybody, anyone that is found to be stealing, that is found to have also stolen anything belonging to the government of Ghana. We need to prosecute it. That is the only means by which we can. It doesn't matter the party affiliation. It doesn't matter whether the person is a best friend, whether the person did a good job, whatever. No. You break the law, you pay the price. You break the law, you pay the price. That is the only way. That is the only way. Now, if you don't prosecute them, you're telling me that you're going to do the same, or you're doing the same. Which I don't understand, which I don't comprehend. If you know you're doing things by the book, if you know you are not going to do anything to put you in trouble, you wouldn't mind going after people that are stealing from the government. And this is not witch hunt. This is telling the people that, hey, you elected me to serve you, and I am going to serve you by putting the law above each and everybody. That is how you eradicate corruption. Let the law take its course. And one thing that really hurt my heart and broke my heart was that this commander called Dasibra Kwabena Ahinkra, who is the operations commander for these vehicles, says he knows where all these vehicles are. He knows those that are in possession of the vehicles, which means you have the names of the people that are in possession of these vehicles. What are you doing? What in the world are you waiting for? You have the documents that list the VIN numbers of these vehicles and the respective people that are in possession of these vehicles. You know them. What are you waiting for? Get them, prosecute them, let it be televised nationally, jail them if they are found to be guilty. And when you jail them, let's see somebody coming up again and stealing from the government. If we don't do that, then anybody that comes into power, anybody that's voted into power, anybody that works for any institutions of government, think they can do the same and get away with it. Because their predecessors got away with it. That is the problem we are facing. If we do not do this, we cannot get rid of corruption. And corruption, like I said, hinders everything. There should be a way to deter. Enacting the law, signing it into law is not enough if the law is not enforced. Enforcing the law is the only deterrent from people that want to benefit their own self-interest when working as a public servant. This is my take. If we do not do this, it will be deja vu every year and every 4 years. And this time we're going to hold the NPP government accountable to prosecute them. Prosecute them. Each and every single individual of them, prosecute them. If they are found guilty in the court of law, jail them to the full rigors of the law and let that serve as a deterrent for each and every individual. Let that serve as a deterrent. If that is not done, it will be deja vu all over again, every year, every 4 years when there is a change of government. Now, if I come in as a president and then I'm able to prosecute my previous servers, public servants, what do you think I will be thinking? I will be thinking, hey, I did it to them when they were guilty. I did it to them when they stole from public office. So I dare not do that. Because if I do that and I'm out of power, what happens when somebody comes in? They will prosecute me and jail me too. That should be the cycle we should be in now. So, Mr. President, police force, IGP, BNI, everybody, let us set the ball running now. If we don't do it now, we're not going to do it. The time for us to do it is now. Why do we have MPs? Why do we spend boatload of money to conduct elections, to elect these people to come and enact laws for the country? And the president signs it. And after he signs it, we shove it under the carpet. We just put it on top of the shelf for it to collect dust. No, enforce the law. Enforce the law, and that is the only means by which you deter people, you deter public servants from stealing. Corruption, like I said, affects everybody. Okay? It causes instability in a country. It causes instability because, trust me, this cannot go on forever. The youth of the country are getting a lot more furious. It is very distasteful, and we are getting a lot more furious with our leaders. When it gets to a point where we cannot take it anymore, we will rise up. We will rise up and let our voices be heard. It causes inequality. It causes poverty. It erodes national worth. Why? Because one person. And watching the video, I heard that Mahama has over 70 cars. What? 70 government cars. Now, according to ex gratia for president, a president must have 3 cars. Right? And you are paid monthly till you die. And according to the 1992 Constitution, I think 2012, the president was supposed to be paid what? Be made a $1 million foundation for them. And then they are paid a lump sum of 145,000 when they leave office, but they also receive monthly payment that they were receiving when they were in office till they die. You need what? 3 cars. What in the hell is this man keeping 70 government cars? Why? One man, 70 cars. Why? See, that's what I'm saying. If we are scared to put the law to work, then why do we avail ourselves to serve in the public anyway? If you're scared to enforce the law, why do you then enter into public service? Why do you enter into public service if you're scared to enforce the law? These are some of the measures that I think needs to be put in place so that corruption is uprooted, like outright gone. All right? I beseech the president of Ghana, because it has to be trickled down. It has to be trickled down from the president to everybody underneath the president. Okay? No matter the laws, no matter the education, you know, education is important. We have to educate all public servants. Yes. We have to educate them with respect to the laws, respect to what constitutes bribery and corruption. Yes. Especially acceptable in relation to gifts, hospitalities, donation, and sponsorship. They need to be educated. Yes, but amidst all this education, if the president does not make sure that it trickles down from him, corruption will never be eradicated. Now, let me tell you this. If everything that I'm saying right now has been said by the president, and president followed through with respect to making sure the law deals just with anybody that is caught stealing, anybody that took a vehicle in Ghana, what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen? All we need is one president. One president that will say, as for me, under my governorship, under my leadership, there will not be corruption. One president. If I am the president, I will make sure all my ministerial positions are aware. You might be working with me, but trust me, if you got caught in the law, you are going to jail. You overcome someone straight. You will be prosecuted, and if found guilty, you will stand. You will spend your whole time, according to the law, in jail. There will not be any pardon. That is the way how Kagame eliminated corruption in Rwanda. No party affiliations whatsoever. No nepotism. Okay, so the president needs to be the initiator, the enforcer, hammering it every day and making sure the law takes its course. If this happens, it will deter people. If they see the president have jailed people, not people only in NDC, but people in NPP, in his own party, that will be the beginning of a new day in Ghana and in Ghanaian politics. That will be the beginning of a new day. The beginning of a new day. It has to trickle down from the president. The president needs to do this. And the people needs to make sure we demand this from the people that we have elected in office. Okay? We demand that. It is about time, people. Another point that I think needs to be stipulated is anti-bribery and anti-corruption principles must be intertwined in the culture of government institutions. Every government institution must understand And the culture within that institution must be intertwined with the principles of anti-bribery and anti-corruption. If that is embedded in it, the way people execute their jobs, the way they go about their duties, if that is embedded in the way things are done in that institution, corruption will be eradicated. It will be limited. That is my point of view. And it works. That is the only way you deal with it. Why? Because when it comes to corruption, people would like to connive and do it underground. You know, in the dark where nobody can see it. You know, you set ground rules up front. Contracts that are processed. In addition to termination clauses for suspected breaches. Remember I said suspected. When you suspect there is a breach, then you have to investigate it right away. Suspicion. When you suspect there is a breach, you don't wait till there is a breach. When you suspect there is a breach, you deal with it right away. People, we cannot do this. That is why Ghana is not progressing. That is why we're not going anywhere when it comes to infrastructures. When it comes to our roads, our hospitals, housing in particular, food, jobs. Look at all these cars. Look at all these cars. 3,137. And trust me, these cars were all imported. Our own scarce resources. We lifted up a bunch of them and then send it overseas to get these cars. We borrow the money and then we go and buy cars. And then we bring the cars in and then somebody steals it. One person, 70 cars. One person, 5 cars. I was reading online, myjoyonline.com, and I realized that in 2017, 5 cars were seized from the national organizer of NDC. 5 cars, and these cars were 2 Land Cruisers and 3 pickups, registered in the name of the government of Ghana. These cars were seized from this guy. What's the name of the guy? Kofi Adams. These cars were seized from them, registered in the name of Ghana, government of Ghana. Why would you even seize the cars and let this guy go so scot-free? You done with what we elected you to do? 2012 to 2016, you use these cars to service the people of Ghana. When you are done, get out and leave the cars there. That is the property of government of Ghana, of the people of Republic of Ghana. So getting the cars back is not enough. They stole the cars. If the cars were sold to people, then investigate who sold the cars. And whoever sold them, prosecute them and jail them. We cannot do this. We cannot continue to relive this nightmare every year. And like I said, if I don't do it when I come in, it's because I'm scared when I'm out. Whoever is replacing me is going to persecute me because I'm going to do the same. This is not fair. This is not how we're supposed to run the country. This is not fair. Not at all. We have to do whatever it takes. We have to do whatever it takes. One thing that I also suggest is that government personnel, especially the clerks, the office workers, needs to be taken care of in terms of salaries, in terms of benefits. Because these people work a lot, a boatload of work. But at the end of the day, their salaries are minute, their benefits are minute, and they are easily susceptible to accepting bribe and cutting corners. Now, I know this because my mom, may her soul rest in peace, worked with the Ministry of Information. All my life, that's what she worked till she retired. She worked for the Ministry of Information, so I know this. They work hard, they work very hard, but when you relate to their salary, it is very, very minute. How do we expect these people not to be tempted, even think about accepting bribe, if we're not taking good care of them? If we're not helping them with a benefit that they really desire? Let's make them worthwhile. Let's pay them like we really need them to stand up against corruption. That is another way by which we can eradicate it. If I am being paid right, if I'm a public servant and I'm being paid right, and I'm being taken care of, and I'm being given the benefit that I deserve, health benefit, whatsoever, sick leave, paid leave, if I am getting all this, I will be able to withstand against corruption and even help to eradicate it in our institution. We need to do that. And in this day and age where technology is in abundance, we need to make sure government transactions are transparent on their websites. That is another means by which people can also sort of look into the affairs of the institution, what is going on, what they are doing, the kind of measures they have put in place, the kind of measures they are indeed following to eradicate corruption. That is the only means by which we can get out of this mess. We cannot waste our resources. We don't have it in abundance. Ghana, Africa, we cannot do that. We cannot waste our resources. It is unhealthy. One person cannot run away with 70 cars, government cars. What are you talking about? Where does this happen? Government cars. And I had one of them was even using it as a rental to make money for himself. How do you, I cannot comprehend this. I am so ticked off today. Let us see a real solution to that. And a real solution is what I just spit across. Okay, we need to have a watchdog for all these institutions. These watchdogs will help us identify the loopholes, how things are done by the back door instead of the front entrance. These watchdogs needs to be set in every institution so that everything that the institution is doing can be looked into. We cannot just sit back and think that, you know what, things are going on right. No. There should be checks and balances. Checks and balances. That is the only means. These watchdogs will serve as a check onto these institutions, these ministries, these MPs, and those that are having dubious plans behind back doors, bringing in bribery and corruption, eroding our national worth, having a chunk slice of the national cake. The most important thing is enforcing the law, enforcing the laws that we already have. There are laws in our books. Enforce them, use them, implement them. Let people know the consequences of going above and beyond what you're expected to do. Doing bad deals. We don't want to go back. We don't want to go back to those days. 3,137 cars missing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Mr. President, please. Let us do this as people of Ghana. We only need one leader. One leader, Mr. President. It's all rest on you. One leader. If you take this seriously and start working as hard by the books, by the laws of the land, to bring anybody and anybody underlined, anybody, be it a member of your party or the opposition, any Ghanaian, to the books of the land, it'll help a lot. We will not wake up after this year's election reading about cars missing, reading about money that cannot be accounted for. It is heart-wrenching. As a Ghanaian, it pains my heart. As an African, it pains my heart. We need one person. There are a whole lot of ways we can do this. There are a whole lot of ways and ideas. All you have to do is be ready to learn, be ready to study. There are a whole lot of means by which we can get rid of corruption and bribery. Not only what I mentioned today, no. Go online, you can have a whole lot of resources, bountiful resources, better points and suggestions even than what I just talked about. But my main bone of contention is enforcing the laws already that we have in the books. Enforce them and make sure everybody is not above that law. That is the only way we can get rid of corruption. 3,137 cars. I shouldn't talk about this again because I hope and I believe that the right thing is going to be done. People, this is your African child. Let me know what you think. Let me know your concerns. Let me know what you think can be done. Let me know any suggestion that you have that you know can help in the comments. If you like, please give me a thumbs up and please share it. Share it to your friends. Share it on your page and let everybody listen to it and let everybody chime in. Because together we can do a whole lot. A whole lot. Like I always end my post with, it's about damn time. See y'all later.